Hari ni, I nak cerita pasal one of my patient yang ada Duane syndrome. Sambil tu, I nak bersiap untuk keluar kejap lagi. Okay, my patient ni, dia ada bilateral Duane syndrome type 1 tau. Okay, disebabkan tu, dia ada limitation of abduction bila dia tengok kanan and also bila dia nak tengok kiri. Contohnya, bila dia tengok kanan, kan, mata yang abduct ni bolehlah pandang kanan. Tapi mata yang abduct ni akan remain straight je. Sama juga bila dia cuba untuk tengok kiri. Lepas tu kat sini I ada attach gambar yang condition dia lebih kurang sama with my patient. Bila mata dia yang abduct ni macam ada tertarik sikit kan, dia punya mata tu dengan dia punya eyelid macam jatuh sikit. Itu adalah another characteristic of Duane syndrome type 1 ni, which dia akan ada retraction of globe and also narrowing of palpebral fissure when try to abduction. Lepas tu, kalau type 1 ni biasanya kat primary gaze, dia akan ada isotropia. Disebabkan tu, kalau jenis yang macam unilateral Duane syndrome, dia akan develop abnormal head posture which dia akan turn to the affected side. Tapi, my patient punya condition ni, dia adalah bilateral. So, dia tak develop lah abnormal head posture. Kalau type 2 pula, sekejap. Okay, kita sambung balik. Kalau type 2, biasanya dia ada limitation of adduction is greater than abduction. Dia contradict sikit dengan type 1. Sebabnya type 1 tadi more limited dekat abduction. Okay, lepas tu type 2 ni biasanya primary gaze dia akan ada esotropia. So, disebabkan tu, kalau dia unilateral, dia punya abnormal head posture akan ke arah unaffected side. Tapi type 2 ni, dia sama macam type 1, which dia ada retraction of globe and narrowing of palpebral fissure when try to adduction. Even though dia macam ada limitation of adduction kan, tapi dia akan, mata yang try to adduct tu akan, dia akan ada retraction of globe and also ada narrowing of palpebral fissure. Lastly adalah type 3. Kalau type 3 ni, dia punya limitation of abduction dengan adduction dia adalah equal. Disebabkan tu, dia punya narrowing of palpebral fissure and also retraction of globe dia pun akan berlaku bila abduction, also bila adduction. And dekat type 3 ni, primary gaze dia adalah dia akan jadi isotropia. So, the abnormal head posture dia pun sama macam type 1, which akan turn to the affected side. Okay, lastly, I akan pakai lip tint from Etude House. Duane syndrome ni sebenarnya adalah the most common syndrome yang berkaitan dengan eye movement disorder. And paling common adalah jenis type 1. And Duane syndrome ni selalunya berlaku congenital since birth. So, disebabkan tu, kita boleh detect Duane syndrome ni pada budak-budak lah. Paling selalunya kita detect. Okay, itu sahaja cerita I pada hari ni. Bye!
Hi everyone, so today I am going to do a video, a special but kind of boring video about the explanation on the innervation for Duane syndrome. I've studied hard for this one and I've simplified for you guys, but yeah, it's going to be a bit boring, but you know what, this is for the knowledge babes. Just watch it. Bye!
Let me introduce you guys to this humble drawing of mine. So as you can see here, the red ones, this is the lateral rectus that is responsible for the abduction movement, which is this one. And this blue one here is the medial rectus that is responsible for the inward movement, or what we call as adduction. This one. So these muscles, they are innervated by this nucleus. This one is the abductor nerve that supplies the nerve fibers to this lateral muscle. And this blue one here is the oculomotor nerve, which is the third nerve that supplied nerve fibers to this medial rectus for it to do its function. So, Duane syndrome is all about this one, this abductor nerve. So, in Duane syndrome, what happened is that the abductor nerve is either malformed or absent or underdeveloped, that causes this one to unable to release nerve fibers to the lateral muscle. Therefore, oculomotor nerve was like, okay, fine, let me help you supply the nerve fibers to the lateral muscle. So, that's basically what Duane syndrome is. So as you all know, Duane syndrome has 3 types, type 1, type 2, and type 3. And what makes them different from one another is the distribution of nerve fibers that the oculomotor nerve supplies to both medial rectus and the lateral rectus. So it's very easy, you guys. You just have to listen to me carefully. So for type 1, lateral rectus receive little tiny amount of nerve fibers from the oculomotor nerve. So when they receive very little tiny amount of nerve fibers, they cannot do its full function very well. Hence, it causes type 1 to have limitation of abduction. Why? Because it receives small amount of nerve fibers from the oculomotor nerve. For type 2 is when medial rectus receives small amount of nerve fibers from the oculomotor nerve. This means that lateral rectus receives more nerve fibers than medial rectus, and therefore when medial rectus receives very small amount of nerve fibers, it causes it to be very limited, and therefore limitation of abduction occurs. And for type 3 is when the oculomotor nerve supplies equal amount of nerve fibers to both lateral rectus and medial rectus. So basically, lateral rectus receive 50% and medial rectus receive 50%. So they're both like pulling each other, and therefore none of them move. So this means limitation of adduction and abduction occur.
Thank you guys. I hope this video helps. Bye.
Hello guys, welcome back to my TikToks video. Today, let's answer this one question from Brother Faiz regarding Duane syndromes. So the question is about what are the most common clinical features about the Duane syndromes. So okay, but before we jump into the questions, my advice is we need to know the basic thing first before we proceed to the discussions, such as what are the Duane syndrome is it, and what are the 3 types of classifications to make sure that we are clear, understands and can relate to it. If you forgot, you can search and look back video from my friends Anis and Belle that also share the same thing about the Duane syndromes. Okay, let's go. First thing first, some of which may be seen in infants or adult that may include abnormal head posture. So, apa itu abnormal head posture? Mesti korang pening kan? Okay. People who have Duane syndrome may tilt or turn their head to try to keep their eyes straight. Okay, next, second clinical features is strabismus. So, apa itu strabismus? Strabismus can be defined as the conditions where the misalignment of the line of sight of the eye that doesn't point in the same directions, either at sometimes or all the time. So, bahasa mudah itu ialah juling. Faham kan? Iaitu mata kiri dan mata kanan kita tidak fokus selari apabila kita melihat sesuatu benda pada suatu masa. Seterusnya, kita pergi kepada clinical features kita yang ketiga, iaitu amblyopia. So, apa itu amblyopia? Amblyopia is the condition when the one that affected is having low visions, which is decrease in VA and contrast sensitivity, relative position acuity, which is hyperacuity or veneer, stereoacuity and cross groundings. Lastly, we go to the upshoot and downshoot clinical features in Duane syndromes. Apa itu upshoot and downshoot itu pula? So, upshoot and downshoot is condition when the eye move either up and down when you are looking at certain way. Macam mana ia boleh berlaku? Ia berlaku apabila superior rectus muscle co-innervation with the lateral rectus muscle or mechanical factor such as the bridle or the least effect created by the tight lateral rectus can cause upshoot or downshoot. So another one is when the globe adduct and move above or below the horizontal plane. The tight lateral rectus slip can causing an upshoot and downshoot. Oh, lastly, before I forgot, there may also be other eye-related conditions that happen along with Duane syndromes, including, for the first one is cataracts. Cataracts refers to the clouding of the lens of our eyes, and the second one is microphthalmos, which is that your eye is usually small, unusually small, and the third one is nystagmus, a condition which your eyes move uncontrollably, and the last one is crocodile tear syndromes, where someone with Bell palsy shed tears while eating or drinking. So that's all from me about the Duane syndrome clinical features. So don't forget to like and share, and see you on the next video. Tata. Thank you.
Okay, so I received this question. First, you need to take your child to a local optometrist so that they can assess your child's eye and come up with the best plan and management for your child. Okay, but here are some of the ways a Duane syndrome can be managed. For the first management, if your child has refractive error, meaning that they can't look at things clearly, then this will be managed first because not only it can help them with their vision, but it can also help prevent amblyopia. Amblyopia can lead to a permanent dullness of vision, so this is why it must be intervened as fast as possible. Secondly, if you notice your child needing to tilt their head when trying to look at something, your optometrist may prescribe them with prism because this can help to reduce that. So for the third management, if your child's eyes can't see things clearly at near distances, meaning that they can't read things clearly up close, then your optometrist will have to prescribe them with near correction. Because not only this helps them with their near vision, but it can also improve their eyes alignment and also indirectly improve their head posture. Now that was the 3 non-surgical managements. However, if your child has any one of these symptoms, feel free to pause or screenshot this video. So if they have at least one of these symptoms, then your optometrist may write a referral letter to an ophthalmologist for a consultation if they would need to do surgery. I hope this video helps. Okay, sorry.
In loving memory of this man, Alexander Duane. Without him, we will have nothing to present on. And with that, we're thankful. Thank you, Duane!